Here, Hollywood filmmaker, greatest screenwriter in the history of the world, recovering hobo, um, man about town, Hollywood. I already said Hollywood filmmaker. I'm demanding a 4-day work week. We need it. It drives me nuts after having the benefit of staying home with COVID, so that was not a benefit. Gonna make my coffee, and then having the New Year long weekend, which I desperately needed just for myself. Oh wait, no, I don't want to make coffee. Do I want to make coffee or the chrysanthemum green tea? I really like coffee. I'll have the chrysanthemum green tea when I get home. I don't want the coffee when I get home because I don't want this caffeine. It's not much caffeine, I don't think. It definitely doesn't feel like it. It feels pretty light on the caffeine. After having time to be home and realize how valuable time home is, time away from work, having COVID, it was like very unpleasant, scary and stuff. Better, still getting my health monitored, getting benefits, got my eye exam done. I don't even have to change my glasses. Go to Goggles for You. That's Goggles, number 4, Get them dirt cheap. They're super cheap. I've gotten a bunch of glasses there for like $15 to $30 each. You just enter your prescription. Make sure you get the right size for your face. That's one thing. You got to make sure the glasses are the right size for your face. Steel cut oatmeal. The workers have to be healthy. The workers of the world unite in the name of all that is good. In the name of God, man. Got to sound like Forrest Gump for a second. You got to. That's just the word, the term for oatmeal. I don't know what steel cut oatmeal. Big and my apple cider vinegar, my help tonic. Start my super what? Super sexy. Super healthy. It's kind of sexy too. Be healthy. Anything that encourages health. That encourages people to be healthy. If you're convinced I think it's gonna make you sexier. I just want you to get excited about your life. And part of being healthy is having boundaries from your job, resting, being able to get time off work, sufficient time to relax, do things you need to do, and not be rushed and hurried. When you're days off and your few hours off you get each day. I'm so disappointed in myself. I procrastinated last night watching videos for like an hour before I got to reading assignments for class and reviewing stuff and doing a little writing of my own as well. But that's all right. It's a new day. Something smells kind of good here. I don't know what it is. It smelled almost like fish for a moment. Coffee fish. There must be a fish flavored coffee out there, right? There's flavors for everything. We need it. We gotta demand it, please. Please, everyone. Let's demand this. And get the same pay as 5 days a week. And how do we get all this? We strike. General strike everywhere. And let's just make a list of demands. So what do we got? What else do we got? Obviously, higher pay, better protections for our jobs, protections from layoffs, better benefits, better protections from abusive bosses and co-workers. Workplaces that are more inclusive, tolerant, that do more to hire, disenfranchised people. That includes a lot of times, all kinds of, the intersections of black and brown people, indigenous people, LGBTQ people. Let's get them all going. Let's get everybody else, not afraid exactly, but like uncomfortable with their homophobic and bigoted attitudes towards different peoples by actively outreaching and hiring people and mentoring them, fostering them. Like, let's build up the people who have been disenfranchised yet have every bit of ability and integrity as anybody else. Let's do it. Freaking workplaces that don't. You just know, like, so it's like oh, this person, they're probably not going to be too enlightened, too tolerant of, someone from a particular background or not. And it's just how things are done around here. And then, not in that all at once, and also the people who work the lowest paying jobs, the hardest jobs, service jobs, they should be getting lots more benefits, worker protections, time off. When I was working at the warehouse, at that garbage company On Track, where their reviews are all like 1 out of 5, it was like 99% young Hispanic people working there. So I'm like, these people are great. They're working hard. And young people who won't speak up for themselves, won't speak up for better working conditions, and this company is just totally perfunctory. Their idea of paying well and stuff. It's like, you're people who have the least, who are working the hardest to provide stuff so frequently. It was stuff from Ulta Beauty and Hello Fresh and companies that deliver like pet food to people. So they're the ones making sure packages can go to rich people who can afford that stuff, and they're not going to be able to have enough money to order that stuff themselves, to buy that. They're going to have to be crammed in with 3 to 5 roommates and a bunch of credit card debt and car payments. And yeah, I know the excuse that a bunch of suckers, a bunch of rich, powerful suckers, it's just a mindset problem. They need to work harder. They need to work hard. It's a mindset problem. And then where are they when It's time to, support increases in affordable housing and better quality streets and, for people in lower income neighborhoods, job opportunities and stuff. Oh, they want to shut them out of their own neighborhoods. That's for damn sure. They flip the hell out. I've seen city council sessions where people, not just city council sessions, but interviews and the threats they make and stuff like, we're not going to give 1 square inch of this town over to people who need affordable housing. It's like, how are you not embarrassed to show that about yourself, that you have that little character, that you're so jealously guarding this thing that's not worth guarding, guarding your own sense of superiority over poor people, so often black, brown, other people of color. It's like pathetic. Man. Listen to me, don't listen to those suckers. Speaking of suckers, Not Just Bikes, the YouTube channel, Urbanist YouTube channel, has a great new video about car propaganda and how, it, you know, when highways were being built in America after World War II, car companies, I think it was mainly GM, were pumping out this like pathetic propaganda about how cars are going to make us free and stuff, and we're going to have highways that deliver us everywhere we want to go. And of course, what it did is buried us into car dependency, traffic deaths, pollution, and spending trillions on highways that are poorly maintained, that we're constantly like having to pay for and not getting anywhere near the same benefit out of. That truckers who use these freeways a lot now are delayed so much because traffic is so bad, and car companies didn't want viable alternatives. And so much of the rest of the world adopted to cars such as subways, light rail, metro, bike lanes, more dense cities, less sprawl, so you can just live where you work and shop, go to school, and get medical care. And my mom moves to LA, and she will move to LA. And I'm a rich screenwriter, successful screenwriter slash director. I want her to be able to live in a place where she can walk everywhere she needs. I want her to live somewhere that's car free. Not many places like that in LA. There's definitely places that are more walkable. Some that are sort of car free, like the Grove, that slimy dirtbag Rick Caruso owns. So you'd have to be paying money to him to live there. It's a nice area. I mean, it's kind of like fake though. It's like fabricated. It's like a little walkable area amongst a very not walkable area, a very car-centric area in Hollywood slash Mid City, whatever. And that is walkable. But yeah, it's like, that's not really LA. That's like, for the rich, by the rich and stuff. And it's like, I want to live in an area where there's still normal people around. Yeah, I want to live in a nice apartment, like luxury apartment. I think anybody should be able to get into a place like that. But I want to at least be able to go outside and see like regular people out. I don't want there to be like low cars and stuff. I want to be able to, people who are like from every strata of life, except the billionaires. I don't want to be around those assholes. I mean, be around Jeff Bezos, Elon. This coffee's hot. Also, it's pouring rain. It's been pouring rain all night. It's got to drive people who live on the street out of their mind, out of their minds with torture. I mean, to be in this cold, like, when will it stop? You know? Is it getting lighter now? I have to fart. Because if it gets light enough, I'll ride my bike to work. I'm really enjoying being back into exercise. I did like 70 push-ups last night. I'm like, I don't care if it's too much for the, exercise plan I'm on. I really need to like get back into working out more, working out my mind. I want to be more sociable. That part of my life has been atrophying. Like I'm not going out as much because I've been avoiding spending money, avoiding COVID. But I do want to go out, so I will see some friends this weekend. I'm excited for that. I'm going to go to the Chinese, or the Lunar New Year, but it's going to be at the Qingtao Temple in Chinatown. Going to another event at the end of the month. And, I'm just going to wear my N95 mask to everything. I keep forgetting stuff. Protein powder. What time is it? 5:17? Good, making good time. Because if I don't take my bike, then I'm going to take the bus, and I want to be on time for the Dash bus, which is the free bus, but it comes pretty early, if it comes, like 6 o'clock. And I just missed it the other day when I took it last week when it was raining bad. Well, let's see. I don't mind riding my bike in the rain. It's just, if it's too heavy, I won't do it. I don't want to get soaked. Also, the rain gets on my glasses and it gets kind of hard to see. Also, I talked to a friend. I want to go to a museum with him. I'm like, I haven't been to a museum in LA. I really want to go. Or whatever, just see him and not go out for coffee, not spending money on that. Make coffee here or at his place. He lives pretty close by. And just walk around with that, because I really am trying to save money. I want to be able to move out if I have to, or if anything happens, I need to live on my savings. I want to be able to have a lot of savings. Turmeric. Black pepper. I'll wait for the cinnamon. I will add salt though. 1/4 tablespoon of salt. I only went to the bathroom, urinated twice last night until I got up, and then I went a third time. But only woke up, I believe, if I remember correctly, to go to urinate twice last night. That was amazing. I slept so well. How did I do it? I've been doing my pelvic floor exercises to really strengthen my pelvic floor to be able to hold in urine. And I think it's helping me. Like, I do it until I really need to go to the bathroom, so that I'm strengthening, or expanding my bladder. Like I'm helping it stretch out, and just giving it a nudge. 11 grams of flaxseed. As of this morning, I was 141.6 pounds. I want to get down to like 135. That's shockingly low for me. I'm like, do people weigh that little? But I want to get down to that before I start reverse dieting and bulking up with muscle. And that'll be interesting, to go from cutting my diet so much to adding calories. I'm like, wow, I haven't done that in a while. Oh yeah, 11 grams of scaling, 11 grams of walnuts. And I have this frozen fruit medley of raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries. So add 22 grams of that. Super healthy. Oh crap, I didn't reset it. Okay, where was I? Yeah, crap. Okay. I added like, how much? I had like 10 grams? I have no idea. Whatever, this is barely any extra calories. Add a little bit extra, fine with me. Now add cinnamon. Love cinnamon. Canela. Me encanta canela. To do, a lot of writing. A lot of money to save. I'm really trying to save like $10,000 a year. I've not been saving that, but I should and I could if I'm pretty frugal. Mashing up my fruits, I don't care. Get them all mixed up in there. And I can't wait to get rich and be a class trader and send money to support getting homeless people housed and opposing those crybaby NIMBYs, the not in my backyard people who don't want homeless shelters around here. I don't want affordable housing. I don't want an apartment. It'll ruin the character of your neighborhood. I want to make sure all that stuff does happen because that'll help them get their character back. Because you don't need whatever made up character of your neighborhood is when it's just an excuse to keep out poor people. And you know who's a lot of their least favorite kinds of poor people are. So a lot of them are huge racists. I did a good leg workout this morning. I went harder than the Mike O'Hearn plan calls for. Not trying to go brutal on my legs, not annihilate the muscles, stimulate them. If you work them too hard, you cannot recover enough. You cannot take in enough nutrition to get them to recover. You're just going to weaken your joints and connective tissues. Fortunately, I think I'm in no danger of that. It's not like I went like ridiculously hard. I think I overdid the coffee a little, put too much. Let's see how that rain's doing in a moment. But I feel myself finally coming back with de-stressing, with trying to be more sociable, even just texting friends and, letting them know about stuff I'm doing. Inviting them out to stuff. And trying to find free stuff to go to. I at least want to go to the library too. We have 2 libraries in my neighborhood that I've never been to. I feel myself even getting interested in these books again. For a while, I was like, after COVID, it's like I wasn't myself. I wasn't into books as much. I'm like, oh, this is not me. Yeah, my nose. Oh, it's just farting. And I can sense myself also not feeling like myself if I'm not going out as much and seeing people. And usually, like at movies or whatever events, I would at least talk to somebody after the movie or before, ask them what are they here to see or what did they think of the movie. Um, I don't like not doing that. I don't want to spend money out. So it's like find different stuff to do. Free museum, free event. Because it feels like I'm dead when I don't go out. Like, literally, I go out like, oh yeah, you can have a life. You can see people. I never want to forget what that's like. So I gotta be around more people than just, my coworkers. But I am going out this weekend. Going to a friend's house. That'll be really cool. Going to his birthday party, actually. A little nervous about COVID. But I know he'll throw a good party. I'm sure the weed will abound. That'll be fun. I'm trying to be real strict on my diet this week so I can have that cheat meal as part and not go crazy with it. And but even until then, I want to do something, be active somewhere. Now the good thing is I'll be back in class tonight. I'm so excited for that. What's up, Mark Ivy? Coming up the rear with his coffee. Top of the morning, dude. Yeah. Mark, we need 4-day work weeks and 3-day weekends for everyone. I can't live with this. Is madness to me. The fact I'm working 8 hours a day, it really is absurd. I'm realizing like by 6 hours, I'm kind of like gassed. I'm kind of like worn out and just pushing myself to do more at that point. And then I have to get home and then do all the stuff I do at home, make dinner, make my lunch for the next day. Freaking T-Mobile bill. Good God, I pay $150 for my monthly phone bill. I was gonna check with T-Mobile to see how can I reduce it. I've looked a couple times before. There's basically nothing really. Yeah, I could pay off my devices, but I don't pay interest on my financing. So whether I pay them off now or later, not really a big difference. But you got a new COVID booster. Congratulations, Mark. You cannot die now. Now that you got the COVID booster, you're immune from all disease. But seriously, I'm happy for you. I'm going to see my doctor in person at the end of the month, and I want to ask when should I get the updated booster, seeing as how I had COVID in December. I've heard you should wait 4 to 6 months so your immune system kind of gets back to normal, so it has the best response to the booster. Then again, if you're really worried about getting COVID soon, it's like, yeah, you can take it anytime. It just, you'll have the best immune response when you're like well rested, you're calm, your nutrition's good, like all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, I want to do that before, I want to wait for that if I can. But how long are our lives going to be on hold because of this thing? It's like we need more people to get the vaccines, we need more people to wear masks, and we need employers to pay people to stay home when they're sick, and we need the government to pay people to stay home, period, and to, make it so you don't have to go to work if you're sick, and you don't have to worry about your rent or house payments, all of it. But I'm excited for class tonight. I'll be up late, but for class, but I've been sleeping really well now that I seriously got my bladder under control. So I only went to go to the bathroom and urinate twice last night. It was so nice. Like I could sleep more fully throughout the night. Going to a friend's birthday party this weekend. He's gonna throw a good party. He's got a real nice place. Another friend I reached out to, he invited me to go see a movie. It's going to be late Friday night. I'm like, I'm going out late Saturday night. I do not want to go out late 2 nights in a row. Also, the theater, it's really cool. It's the New Beverly, Quentin Tarantino's theater. However, I know, having been there once, it's not easy to get up to go to the bathroom. The rows are so narrow. It's Alejandro Inarritu's new movie. I'm not saying it like that to make fun of his name. I actually try and pronounce Spanish, or in this Mexican name, but correctly. But Alejandro Inarritu, I'll say it more American way. His new movie Bardo, and the thing is, the movie's like 2.5 hours long. I'm like, there's no way I'll make it through that without going to the bathroom. It's on Netflix, so I'm going to tell my friend. And also, I don't want to stay out that late. It's going to be ridiculously late for me 2 nights in a row. That'll be brutal. And I don't want to spend money. I'm like, it's on Netflix. Can I just watch it at your place sometime? And, we'll save money and everything. I would seriously. Oh, and apparently Alejandro Inarritu may be there for the screening. I'm like, that would legitimately be awesome. When I'm a full-time screenwriter, yes, I'll do that. For now, and I can manage ways to not go to the bathroom during the movie. For now, I don't want to stay up late when it's like I'm trying to keep the same schedule, basically. So anyways, I'll tell him all that. I just got the message. He invited me. You want your next booster to be the nasal spray? You want a COVID boost Vegas style? Hell yeah. Mix in a little something else to make it go down easy, right, Mark? Trixie, I came up with my channel name based on my favorite TV show of all time to this day. It's not called Flying Over Trout. Mystery Science Theater 3000. Flying Over Trout is just something that the host of the show at the time, Joel Hodgson, sang because he was making fun of a song in a movie, how the lyrics sounded so garbled you couldn't understand them, and it wasn't a great song. So he sang the lyrics, flying over trout, And that's just how I picked the name. So once in a while, it's cool when people recognize that and they're Mystery Science Theater fans or Misties, as Mystery Science Theater fans are called. I'm like, yes, you have good taste. If I had to name the channel today, probably would name it something else, like, Angelo in Hollywood or something, or something with my mom's name, especially. But the Angelo's Mom Show or something. But Flying Over Trout's a good name, and I think it's in keeping with loving film and being about film here. When I made it, I didn't even think of making videos with my mom. I barely had it in my mind because I'm like, yeah, I know Jimmy Kimmel makes videos with funny, like regular non-actors, and Tim and Eric did, and sure enough, we've gotten videos. We worked with both Tim and Eric and gotten videos on Jimmy Kimmel Live and worked with their show to shoot something. The What's in Your Fridge segment they shot with my mom. They did it via like an iPad they mailed to us and we mailed back. But they were really cool. Same with Tim and Eric and that whole crew. So, I had that little seed of an idea and it played out. So dreams do come true. But back to my main point, we need 4-day work weeks. We need 6-hour days. Come on, it's ridiculous. Like 8 hours, I just think about it. By 6 hours, there's not a lot for me to do at my job. Usually, it depends. But usually I've gotten pretty much everything done that I need to, and then it's stuff I can get ahead on for the next day or a few days. And also, I'm just kind of running on fumes at that point. It's like I'm moving so much, walking, lifting stuff. I work in like a film vault, basically like a film archive. So I'm like moving film cans and videotapes and pushing dollies and lifting boxes. I ship stuff. So anyways, thought I was a fisherman. Yeah, I understand that. People see the flying over trout thing. They think it has to do with fishing. I'm fine with people thinking that too. Even though I don't have time to make my chrysanthemum flower tea I got from Chinatown. This is really cool. I can literally just eat them. I'll just eat one. I too. And when you make them in your tea, you can eat them at the end. But I'll do this tonight when I get home. Queria yo mi café. I wanted my coffee. My Spanish is getting better. I've been practicing with people. He sido practicando mi español con gente. It just helps, you see? I'm getting out the phrases better. I really want to remove my American accent as much as possible. How's the rain? It's not too bad. It's a little cold. I think I'm going to ride my bike. Happy for that because I'm happy for the extra exercise. Part of getting over COVID and the isolation and the stress and dissociative feelings is befriending my body again. Befriending it meaning putting my body in a relaxed state where I can experience my emotions. I'm not all up in my head worrying. I can enjoy my writing, love screenwriting. I can just enjoy where I am, appreciate where I am, not be overly worried or have anxiety. That's a constant thing, but getting better and better. And moving to LA was the best thing for me in that regard. Except, yeah, I have gone through. It's a different world out here. I mean, you experience stuff like this everywhere, but yeah, I went through a lot with a lot of things. And just trying to figure out how can I get better. Every day I'm literally asking that. I'm literally asking my mom because I'm like, if I talk about it, if I keep speaking it out into the world, it's like it'll come back to me. It's going to reformulate my thoughts into being oriented on, yeah, how do I get better? How do I save more money? What else do I need to do? I keep asking my mom now at the end of conversations, I say, here's what I'm doing to get better, to save money, to eat right, all that. I said, what else should I be doing? What else? If I keep saying, what else, what else, what else, think about it. I'm going to be subconsciously thinking about what else should I be doing at any given moment? Can I do something? Can I do an extra set of push-ups? Can I just clean up a little? Can I reach out to a friend and say, hey, do you want to meet for something? Inevitably, people are like glad, when I reach out to say, hey, do you want to meet? So it's like I want to take the initiative to do that. I'm going to take my supplement. I'm going to wash my hands first, get them all soapy and sudsed up so I can take my supplements and then floss. And floss, make sure your hands are clean. Boy, this room's smelling stale because I didn't open the window. I don't want the rain to come in. But I'm just thinking still, like, what can I do? What can I do to get better, to be better? Fuck, I forgot to charge this other thing. Got here for 2 days now. It's gonna die on me. The rain definitely, it sounds more severe from my window here because I'm in an alley. And, the sound echoes. By the way, like I saw my neighbors in the window last night. That was pretty cool. I was like, I never see neighbors here. It's like, why don't we wave to each other and stuff, It would look really creepy if I did it and like they didn't reciprocate. Like, and also I'm above them a floor, so like looking down. And their window wasn't open, but anyways. What's the name? Sarah says I look skinny. How much do I bench press? I don't know. I don't do bench presses. I never did in the gym. Partly why Planet Fitness, it's not really like they're not. They don't have the big weight machines and stuff. They do have something for a bench press, but I prefer to do the chest flies with dumbbells. Not that I was an expert on form or like how to work out or anything, but I would just do them on the bench. The most I did there, now I can do like really solid, like slow, sort of like 25 push-ups or so, and that's pretty good after I got back from COVID and stuff. But building up my strength, so I don't know what I bench press. When I used dumbbells at Planet Fitness, at most I would do, I think like I would use like 35 or 40-pound weights each. But again, I was not like working out well. I'm definitely not dieting well. I was like just pushing myself so hard, working like killing myself in these long workouts and barely having any gains. And I didn't realize I was just doing it wrong. Like I was not recovering and getting the right nutrition. I was not, like what Mike O'Hearn would say is I wasn't stimulating the muscle, I was annihilating it by going way too hard, and then I'm not having gains, so I think, oh, I have to go even harder. And the reality was I wasn't dieting right, wasn't getting nearly enough protein, and I didn't need to go that hard. And now that I'm not working out anywhere near as hard, I do good workouts, but nowhere near as brutal on me, like an hour, 90 minutes in the gym. I'm having such, like, my body is reshaping so much better, and also the diet means I'm cutting. My abs are visible, my ribs are visible. I'm still not where I want to be yet. I really want to lose at least another 5 pounds. I'll see how I look before I start bulking up, adding more calories. I don't know how big I want to get, and also I don't want to go to the gym. I want to spend time. I'll use my exercise bands at home, but I know I can get decent size with that. I'm not sure I really want to be that big. I wouldn't mind it because it's like just good to be strong for your health, for your connective tissues. It's good to be able to bounce back from injury and sickness as I did with COVID. If you have your fitness pretty much dialed in and your nutrition, so you're not struggling with recovering from an illness or injury and trying to get your cholesterol right and trying to get your blood sugar, your blood pressure right. Um, have yourself primed in the best health you can. So taking my 5,000 IUs of vitamin D, according to my doctor, said I was deficient on vitamin D. I'm like, no problem, doc. Take my nature-made vitamin D soft vitamin G soft gels. And keeping also a big part of immune response, keeping calm. Like, I feel calmer already. I'm sorry about that, people. I really am. But it's also normal. I don't do it to brag. I'm a little old for farting on camera. Like, it's immature. But I have to do it. I'm going to have to take a shit today. All right, everyone. I appreciate people watching so much. These morning live streams are pretty cool. Really cool. Thank you. I got to get going so I get to work and enjoy my bike ride in the rain. And everyone, let's get the message out. Seriously, talk to people about this stuff. You get people motivated. I see it in people. They're like, yeah, we should get paid more. We should get, whatever, like more benefits, 4-day work weeks with the same pay as 5, 6-hour work. Come on, how ridiculous is it that we're working 8 hours a day for a lot of us or more, and you're worn out by 6 hours? Come on. So anyways, I'm going to keep thinking, what else can I do? Also, I'm saving money on haircuts. Obviously, my hair is not looking great, but whatever. I'm proud to not have my hair look good if it's showing something about me and my character, which is trying to save money. I might get a cut this weekend. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.